Alright, Shalom Akyam. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bahashim, Bracha HaKodash. The honors go out to the apostles, elders, great millstone, and rule teach well. Shalom wa Barakim to you, brothers and sisters out there. Alright, just a brief lesson I'm going to go through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Basically tapping on the fact on you not believing isn't going to make the scriptures null and void. Alright? And we know that most of the world is unfaithful. You know, most of the inhabitants of the world don't believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, and they don't believe in when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they don't actually believe in the Bible. And you got almost 3 billion Christians, but the reality is the Bible is not a book that's regarded by this world as credible. All right, which is why people randomly, when they get upset about something that comes out in the Bible that's actually true, you know, like how you being a Mo is against the regulations of God, you know, how America's going to be destroyed, whatever, you know, whatever the case may be, people pull it out of their ass. Oh, well, the Bible's a fairy tale book. Oh, it's a fable. Oh, it's some random guy wrote it. Oh, it's not credible. It's not back then. All that dumb shit. All right, and the reality is that the Bible is 144% accurate and credible. And all the things that we look into the Bible and we're like, oh, you know, this is history. Whether it be empires, literally like individual men as in leaders like Alexander the Great, you know, certain circumstances and wars and battles that have happened that have been, you know, that are in the scriptures, and we look at it and we're like, wow, you know, this is history. This is a history book. But what's important to understand is a lot of the things that we look at now, for example, 70 AD, you know, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, you know, the Babylonian Empire, the Persians, Medes, you know, America itself, you know, World War II, World War I, you know, World War III. World War III is a prophecy that has not happened yet, but it's going to. I mean, we see it. Like, we see wars and rumors of wars, things picking up, just like it said. All right, so when the prophecies of the Bible come to pass, it becomes history. All right? It becomes history. World War I is written about in Revelations, the 9th chapter. All right, it describes World War I. And yet, it was written thousands of years prior. All right? The Apostle John the Revelator on the island of Patmos received those visions and wrote about them. That was damn near, well, at the time of World War I, it was probably about maybe like 1800 years prior, or something like that. Point being, all right, the Bible is definitely not a fairy tale. All right, and the bottom line is, whether you believe it or not, the prophecies are going to come to pass, and Yahweh Shemel Shai is real. All right, and the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and salvation is only for them. Starting with the elect, there will be a Jacob's trouble. There will be a nuclear apocalypse where America and the land of Israel are going to be laid desolate. All right, the heathen nations will get put into captivity for 1,000 years, and after that 1,000 years, the nation of Edom, the so-called Caucasoid race, is going to be wiped off. This is in the Bible. All right, 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So everything that's contained within the Bible from Genesis to Revelations, including the Apocrypha, which Apocrypha literally means hidden books, all these things are credible and relevant, all right, to even this day, modern day society, April 2023. These things still apply. This is a living book. This is the only book that actually contains prophecy. All right, and the scriptures even tell us that in Isaiah, forget the exact chapter, but it says that basically, you know, none shall want or mate. So the Bible can't be compared to any other book, nor the book can be, you know, on the same status or level, and it shouldn't be held as high regard as the Bible is. Because these other books, they don't contain prophecy. They're not living books. All right? It's a dead book. It's just a piece of paper with words on it. But the Bible, yeah, to some it's a piece of paper with words on it, but those words are coming to pass. Okay? Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, which incredulity goes into somebody that's not able or willing to understand something. All right, and we understand, pursuing Romans 11, that 2/3 of the people, not the people, 2/3 of our people, the Israelites, here in America, Babylon the Great, are not going to receive this word, right? And they're going to be destroyed. Only the elect can obtain the words of Yahweh Bashmel Shai. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, so even though you don't have faith in the prophecies in the Bible, you're still going to die and perish. Why? Because the prophecies are true and they're real and they came to pass and you died in it. All right? And that is the reality. Let me see. What is this? Isaiah, I think 55 and 11. Isaiah 55 and 11, and it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So this is going to prove, once more that the Bible indeed is true. And the words of Yahweh Bashmel Shai is the Bible, right? And when the Lord says something is going to happen, it's going to happen. All right? America is going to go down via nuclear missiles, nuclear destruction. That's written about in the Bible, and we can see that it's escalating to that. All right, the CHIP is going to be made mandatory. We can see society gearing towards that. All right, the chariots, the chariots are going to come. When Yahweh Shai is going to return with the chariots, right? So-called UFOs. We see UFO sightings, or whatever they call them now, UAP. Right, unidentified aerial phenomenons. It doesn't matter what they want to call it. All right, the bottom line is those sightings are increasing. All right, so everything that is contained in the Bible is true. So whether you want to believe that or not is completely irrelevant, and it doesn't change the fact that 2 + 2 = 4. Everybody on the planet Earth can say, nah, it's 5. No, it's still 4, and we have work shown to back that up. Just like in school, you couldn't put it in a homework assignment unless you had the work to back it up. Well, the scriptures tell us, 1 Thessalonians 5 and I believe 21, prove all things. Yahweh always brings it out. And that's exactly what we do. From the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, we prove all things. So when you make a statement and you're able to prove it with scriptures, it means it's true. It means it's real. All right? The Bible doesn't need outside sources to make it credible. The Bible is the credibility in itself. You use the Bible to make other things credible. You see? Let me go ahead and get this. Romans 3, verse 3-4. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So the bottom line here, for what if some did not believe? And there's going to be a lot of people that don't believe. All right? A lot of people aren't going to believe on these words. It even tells us not only are a lot of people not going to believe, you're going to have people that are going to scoff against the gospel of Yahweh Bashmel Shai, that are going to scoff against the prophecies and against the Israelites trying to reclaim their heritage. All right? I believe 2 Peter 3. Let me see. Even people talking shit, scoffers, that was prophesied in the Bible. Second Peter 3:3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers. Scoffers, somebody that basically disrespects and disregards and doesn't believe on the words of the Lord and talks shit. And we see that. That in itself was a prophecy. You see? Come in the last day, scoffers walking after their own lusts and saying, where is the promise of his coming? So you got people saying that. Well, where is Yahweh Shai? Where is, the nuclear destruction? Where is this? Where is that? It's not going to happen in my lifetime. It's not going to happen anytime soon. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So people are going to be saying stuff like this, and yet the things are going to continue to come to pass because the Lord's will is not determined by your opinion. All right, so that was basically it. Just want to kind of wrap it up. Just kind of a quick lesson I want to throw out there in the spirit. Lord willing is edifying. All praises go to Yahweh Shemal Shai, Kalayo Shemal Shai. Double honors to apostles, elders, great millstone. Shalom.